When my grandmother was 5, she had a really bad strep throat infection. And it went to her heart, and she got a heart problem called rheumatic heart disease. So my grandmother had heart surgery in the 70s, and I watched her always be a little bit sick and ultimately died prematurely, large part because of this heart problem. Back in the 19-teens, when she grew up, this was a rampant disease that was really common. It became eradicated in the mid-40s. Well, 40 years later, in Uganda, in the developing world, the #1 heart problem is rheumatic heart disease. So, ironically, I'm actually working to prevent children from developing the same problem my grandmother had.
I spent about 6 months in Uganda during my second year of fellowship, and then just fell in love with the place, with the kids, with the program, with the need that was there.
Nearly 50 million people are impacted. Over 250,000 die every year. In Africa alone, there's several million children that have rheumatic heart disease, and probably over 100,000 in Uganda.
Once you have advanced rheumatic heart disease in Uganda, it's really a death sentence.
Hi, Craig Sable. Nice to meet you, William. How are you? So what we'll do is we'll do some hand-on teaching, and we have a couple different people that are learning. So our goal is to get the kids done relatively efficiently, but let these guys kind of learn the protocol too. Great. Prevention of rheumatic heart disease is one of the biggest things we can do.
These are kids that we found that they had rheumatic heart disease, and it's totally preventable in a way that malaria is not.
We want to build the sustainable aspect of that so the Ugandans can take care of kids one at a time, because that really is where it all starts. Have you done any scanning at all on your own?
Not really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, we'll try to change that. I can train this guy, I can train anybody. Just kidding. The real way to prevent rheumatic heart disease is to find patients that are affected in the very early stages. That's your heart beating, pretty cool, huh? Give them monthly penicillin and prevent them from becoming one of the 250,000 people a year that die from rheumatic heart disease. We're using the handheld machine on Mike. Hopefully someday we'll be able to use this all over the world. The cost of doing an echo is under $1, and penicillin costs pennies a month. So we'll give you more medicine, okay? So with relatively low cost, we could potentially screen hundreds of thousands of kids.
There really may be no other opportunity this cost effective to save this many lives in the developing world.
You have to kind of get a feel for how this feels, because when you're up in Gulu, I'm not going to be holding your hand. I'm confident with limited protocols, and after a few hundred, they're going to be really good. Okay, nice to see you. Bye-bye. You look in their eyes, and I know that if you don't fix their heart, they're going to die.
I thank them very, very, very much for taking care of our children.
What Dr. Sable's building is unique. He's building the capacity for the Ugandans to take care of their own children.
How are you feeling? It's all about the kids. They just don't have the ability to feel sorry for themselves. And if someone, no matter how sick they are, doesn't feel sorry for themselves, and I have the ability to help them even a little bit, then I better be doing my best. Do you know what today is? Valentine's Day. So it's kind of neat that we're looking at your heart on Valentine's Day. This is a critically important project. We can make a huge impact on the lives of hundreds of thousands, if not millions of children in Africa.